jungle shorts. Chapter 1. It was Friday afternoon. Class 3 had put on their coats and were waiting in a line to go home. Lenny was at the back because the zip on his honor's had stuck. He was so busy with the zip that he nearly missed what Mr. Cox, the teacher, said. "Here's a letter for you all," said Mr. Cox. "Don't lose it and don't forget to give to your parents. That's good news inside." Lenny wanted to know what the good news was. He rushed across the playground to meet his mom. "Quick, open this letter," he said. Mr. Cox said, "There's good news inside." He said, "Hello to me first," laughed his mom, but she opened the letter. She read it and told him class 3 is going to have football lessons next week. The school will lend you some boots. "Wow," shouted Lenny. "Real football! I bet I scored 15 goals." His mom put the letter in her bag. "What about a stripy shirt and socks? Can I have a real football stripe?" begged Lenny. "Wait and see," said Mom. At home, Lenny could get out of his own work and his mom had to help him. "I'm glad you didn't break the zip. I can't get you another coat until next month," she said. "I don't want a new coat," said Lenny. "But can I have a real football stripe, please?" "Ask me after tea," said his mom. They had pancakes for tea with jam and apple. Pancakes were Lenny's favorite, but today he ate as fast as he could. He put down his knife and fork with a clatter. "You promised to talk about football things about their tea," he said. Mom took Mr. Cox's letter from her bag. "Each child will need an old t-shirt and some socks," she read. "No real football things?" asked Lenny. "Mr. Cox wants you all to have a new shorts. We'll go to the market tomorrow to look for some." Lenny was not happy, but he knew his mom. She had made up her mind, and that was that. He looked at his photos of football stars. They looked great. "I bet they always had a proper football stripe," he thought. "I bet they didn't have to wear an old t-shirt." That night, he lay awoke thinking he was going to make sure his mom bought football shirts. He wanted proper white football shirt that he knew he could score a lot of goals. Chapter 2. After breakfast, the next day, they set out to buy the new shorts. The market was 2 streets away from where Lenny lived. On the way, they saw Ted and Shen from class 3. Ted and Shen lived near Lenny. They were kicking a ball about beside the road. Shane slammed the ball over to him and Lenny kicked it back. "Want to play, Ted?" "I can't. Not now. I am off with my mom to buy new football shorts." "We've got ours already," Ted shouted back. The market was very crowded. Everyone was looking at the fruit and vegetables piled high on the stalls. There were shoes and clothes for sale under stripy canvas roofs. One man was selling shorts. "Get your jungle shorts," he shouted. He was wearing a white straw hat and an enormous pair of jungle shorts over his shoulders. They had big green trees on it with monkeys smiling at the top. "Big or small, they don't cost much," said the man. No thanks, said Lenny. I'm going to start football lesson next week. I need real football shorts. He pulled at Mom's hand. They struggled through the crowd, trying to find real football shorts. They found a lot of shorts that were too big and a little white pair that was too small. When they did find a pair in Linny's size, they cut for too much money. We'll just have to get the jungle shorts, said Mom. The colors are lovely. I'm sure you'll like them better than white ones. Lenny pulled a face. Oh, Mom, he said. But, no but, said his mom. They went slowly back to men selling jungle shorts. The pile on his stall had gone down a lot. I knew you'd come back. I put aside a pair just for you, said the man. He held a pair of jungle shorts against Lenny's torso. A perfect fit, he said with a smile. Lenny's mom opened her purse and paid for the shorts. The man put them in a bag, handed it over. There you are, son. Have fun wearing them. Lenny did not smile. I wish they were real football shorts, he said. Jungle shorts are the next best thing, said his mom. On the way home, they saw Tisa and Pam from class 3 kicking a ball against a fence. They lived at the top of Lenny Street. We can wait till Monday for football, said the girls. We've got new shorts. So have I, said Lenny. But he did not open his bag to show them. Chapter 3. On Monday afternoon, Class 3 were waiting for their first football lesson. Everybody was noisy and excited, singing their bags of football things. Lenny was at the bag with the jungle shorts in his bag. He didn't want to put them on. Mr. Cox carried a big box of boots into the changing room. They spent a long time finding boots that fit everyone. Now put on your football things and be quick about it, he said. Lenny got changed in a corner beside the door. When they were all ready, Mr. Cox shouted, Get in line, everyone! Lenny made sure he was at the back again. He didn't want anyone to see his jungle shorts and he hid behind Ted. He looked down to see what Ted was wearing and got a surprise. Ted was wearing jungle shorts as well. Lenny knocked him in the back and said, Your shorts are the same as mine. Yes, said Ted, and the same as Pam, Tisa, and Jen's. It was true. All the friends were from Lenny Street were wearing jungle shorts. Mr. Cox smiled. 5 children in the same shorts, it must be a record, he said. And we all live in Leon Street, said Lenny. In that case, you must all play for the same team. You can be the Leon Street Lions. When Mr. Cox has sorted out 3 more teams, they went out to the playing field. They played 5-a-side football until home time. The Lions team beat all the others and Mr. Cox said they were the champions. Lenny scored 5 goals. In the changing room, the child untied their muddy boots and put on their clothes. All kids must be washed and boots clean for next Monday, said Mr. Cox. Don't leave it for your mom. Do it as soon as you can home, and then you won't forget. Lenny was the first to be ready, and he ran to meet his mom at the gate. He told her about his 5 goals and the Leon Street Lions. We better go home quickly now, said Lenny. I have to clean my boots and wash my shorts. And when Mr. Ghost drove home for his tea later on, he smiled to himself. Only on Street 3, there were 5 pairs of jungle shorts blowing on the washing lines. The end.